Want to win money on sports? With Underdog, you can win up to 1,000 times your cash just by picking higher or lower on your favorite player stats. Millions of fans have won billions of dollars on Underdog. Will you be next? Download the Underdog app and sign up to get a free pick with your first cash entry up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama, Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Massachusetts and Arizona, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Void in Colorado. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. Arizona, 1-800-NEXT-STEP, 1-800-639-8783, or text NEXT STEP to 53342. New York, call the 24/7 HOPE line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Lowe's knows how to help make your Super Bowl 59 party a touchdown. Let us help you prep your home to host with top brands like Charbroil, Blackstone, and LG, so you can be the MVP of game day. Plus, use the Lowe's app to find what you need for a seamless shopping run. Or huddle up with our Lowe's Red Vest associates to help make all your game time hosting decisions.
Hashtag no music, no intro. Saints Block Party podcast. I apologize if the energy is a little bit low. We'll bring it up. We are recording live from Mobile, Alabama, where Ryan resides. We are here recapping day one of the Senior Bowl. And man, all right. Get this cracked open a little bit. We need some energy. Before we even get into, we'll talk about Senior Bowl. We'll talk about some players who stood out. All that. We'll get into that. We'll get into some Saints shenanigans because that's what we do. We talk about Saints and their shenanigans. I just want to just take a moment to be reflective of everything. Oh, you're like, oh, who's this other Negro sitting on the podcast with?
Spiritual
Negro. Shout out to our dude Donte. If you don't know who Donte is, you should go back and watch the week 2 podcast episode recap that feels like ages ago now. Donte and our dude Paul, who joined us at Chili's. Donte, who's coming out, came out and helped us during the Senior Bowl week, lives in Texas. He's came out on his own dime to help us content, all of this. And so, thanks for being here, man. I flew in from California into New Orleans last night. You flew in from Dallas. We hit the road. We road tripped in, from New Orleans into Mobile last night. We got in around midnight. Shout out to Nola Hat Plug for coming through in the clutch, making sure that we have our SBP polos for the Senior Bowl practices, media scrum, which is Wednesday. All that came through in the clutch. Much love. Appreciate you. But no, man, for real, truly from the bottom of our heart, man. Appreciate it.
Man, I told y'all we did the spaces a few weeks ago. Take towards authenticity, and it's kind of one of the things that has been consistent with y'all ever since I joined the Discord, joined community. I'm excited to look at it like an investment, right? I'm investing in y'all. I'm investing in y'all vision, investing into this community, and not only am I investing financially, but I feel like I'm investing the most invaluable thing, which is time. And
yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
And, I appreciate the opportunity that y'all gave me, and here whatever y'all need. Right? I got y'all.
Beautiful thing, man.
Yeah.
To segue off of that, the fact that it's not lost on me. We were on the, earlier this morning, and Ryan came for the afternoon practice. We've been doing this podcast. It'll be 5 years in April. We finally got to meet Tony Pauline. The reason why this podcast really even exists. If it wasn't us trying to do a draft episode with Tony Pauline, there wouldn't be a SBP. Back then, a Thanks Twitter podcast. We'll try to get, the background audio notes shouldn't be a big issue. We'll work on it. We're recording this literally in the lobby of a hotel. But we were inches away from Mike Tomlin, Ozzie Newsome, John Lynch, former GM Reggie McKenzie, Arthur Smith, tall as hell. Is that why DA was bitching? Well, oh shit, he coming up on me. Arthur mean business. Bro, I almost did, bro, when I saw it. Oh my God,
bro.
the doppelganger.
Hey,
Oh
man,
my!
just like DA. If I see him tomorrow, I'm gonna ask him. I'm dead serious. He looks just like
Oh
DA.
my! Scared the shit out of me, bro.
It's crazy.
But just the fact that Ryan and I don't do this for a career. We don't do this for a living. Like, it's just we do this, and we started it randomly. And the fact that we can be at a Senior Bowl and be in a space where like Mike Tomlin was literally was inches away from us. And like when Mike Tomlin, even he said 2 words and my hairs on my arm stood up.
You say like, all right.
Oh,
That dude,
coach.
somebody's oral, dog. Like, they had a guy behind me, and he was like, "Hey, Mike, can I take a picture?" He said, "You better get it fast, because I'm not stopping." I don't know if he got the ticket.
Probably didn't.
Mike said, "I'm on a mission." I mean, business.
I was like, and I'm not the person to ask, but just very, very thankful of how far we've come and being here. All that to say, Mike Tomlin, head coach of the Steelers, was here with his offensive coordinator. Ozzie Newsome, former stellar GM of the Ravens, still works as like a consult for the Ravens in some capacity, is here in Mobile. Reggie McKenzie, I know he just got a job. I don't even know what team, working with some team in some type of fashion. He's here. John Lynch, GM of the 49ers, was in the Super Bowl last year at the Senior Bowl. How many Saints execs or they?
I don't know, man. I saw Fred Mack.
That's it. Fred Mack.
Oh,
He was on the phone every time we was on, too.
We all that.
Anyway, that motherfucker was on the phone every time. He didn't sound like he was conducting business. Scout, not a nothing.
New Orleans is 2 hours away from Mobile, Alabama. I'm trying not to make light of the situation. I'm just trying to have a legit, honest conversation about it. Do people on the airline care about the Saints? Do they care about the team? Do they care about what's going on? If you have people who don't even cover the Saints professionally as a job, as a career, making time to come out and being here, and y'all ain't here, what is going on? And I know the easy excuse is like, oh, we haven't found a coach yet. Well, yeah, that's probably part of the problem. Oh, okay.
Everybody.
Maybe Jeff Ireland was somewhere and we just didn't see him. Very possible, because we know that Jeff is usually like grinding, but still, Mike Tomlin was with his OC, which tells me they looking for a quarterback, bro. You don't come to the Senior Bowl with your OC if you're not looking for a quarterback. I don't care what anybody says. John Lynch, like, dude, it looks terrible. It's a bad look,
Especially considering what's going
when you won 5 games last season and no one's here when you 2 hours away.
Team devoid of talent from top to bottom.
Andrew Berry was here.
Yep.
Of the Cleveland Browns, they picking what?
Third?
Two seconds. Saints picking 10, you would think they would have.
Nah, bro. You come on, Mickey, get it right.
Come on, Mickey.
And a little Mickey moment. You would think they would have a whole contingent in the building. You know what I'm saying? You see that thoroughly everywhere.
It's your back door. Literally 2 hours away.
It did have Jerry Evans out there.
Oh, did you? Okay. I missed Jari. I apologize. I didn't see Jari.
He coached for one of the teams.
Oh, no, nigga. He's a coach. That do not count, bro.
And you know he got a job.
He sure don't.
On me, I'm saying, man, I hope.
That's what's going on, man. Someone needs to explain to me. And we the thing I've been knew that was going to happen. Cliff said, "Nah, bro, I don't need no Zoom call. I don't need no virtual interview. Save your time. Save your time. I'll stay here for another year in Washington, and also I'm not coming there to work with Mickey. Thanks, but no thanks."
Again.
And I put the tweet out. Mike Grable, Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn, Cliff Kingsbury, Joe Brady. 5 either now head coaches or OCs who could have been head coaches have essentially told the Saints, ain't no way. Some even told them, like, I won't even interview with you. Grable left them on red. Grable left them on red, and Ben Johnson basically said, "Are you out your mind for even calling me right now?" That's the state of the Saints. Joe Brady, the most ambitious, probably like the most ambitious up and comer that you would have thought, like, unequivocally would have jumped at the job.
That's the state of the Saints, and they in denial about it.
I don't know if they could be in denial anymore, bro. Like, I think that's why they flew up to Philly, because it's like, sheesh, we got the
It's desperation time.
yeah, now we got to sell.
Yeah,
Now we got to sell ourselves. Now we got to recruit.
yeah,
That was a recruiting move to go out and Philly.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, the Eagles are in the Super Bowl, and the Super Bowl is in New Orleans.
Yeah, he gonna be here in a week,
Nah,
but it was
they
like,
said, look, we going get there the day after the game, and you gonna sit down with us. You can't duck us.
Yeah.
You can't hide from us.
I think the energy is shifting a little bit, but I mean, it's sad that it took this for us to get to this point. You know, I've been saying for weeks, bro, like, you know, I'm frustrated with not the desperation, the sense of urgency throughout this process.
So there has
The sense of urgency from top to bottom. Like, he's delayed in his process or his evaluation of the players. He was sitting down talking to the media, a week after the season, and he said he hadn't even begun to evaluate.
personnel, bro.
Stuff, like, you know what I'm saying?
I had a wish list week 18 while the game was going on, bro. In our Zoom, I was like, let me do a little wish list. Oh, Milton Williams looked pretty good. What about Joshua Palmer? I'm a fan.
We a fan with Excel spreadsheets,
Google Sheets.
Yeah, Google Sheets.
We using the free shit.
Exactly. We evaluate players and aim
$1
starting.
billion corporation. We want to talk about Dave Ziegler saying, let me go be an assistant.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's running interviews with head coaches. Running interviews while looking for another job. It takes like a lateral job. It's not like he went to go be a GM. He was an assistant, you know.
He said, I just got to get out
I
of
got to
here.
get out of here. Like, ain't nothing happening.
No.
Look at it. Everybody's saying, I got to get out of here.
Everybody.
Clinton, Seattle.
Clint Kubiak, Seattle. Mac Hodges took a lateral move, be linebackers coach, and Cincinnati Bengals. Everyone is seeing the sinking ship. And the funny thing is that sinking ship started 2 seasons ago when Dennis Allen was named the head coach. Someone we saw here at the Senior Bowl who is now with the Giants, Joel Thomas, who used to be the running backs coach. He took a lateral move.
Nope.
Went to the Giants. I've been hearing this stuff for the last 2+ years. I've been saying this stuff on the podcast for the last 2+ years. Like, none of this is new. None of this is new. Brian Nielsen. Now, he has, his stints as DC has not been great, but Ryan Nielsen, before he went to Atlanta, he didn't even come back to the Saints to match the offer. He said, nah, that's good enough. DA? No. Thanks, but no thanks. And now, so the candidates we know for the head coaching job that still are in the mix is Kellen Moore, and I've heard they are hot on the heels for Kellen Moore. And it just really boils down to, does Kellen Moore want the Saints job? Because that's been the question all coaching cycle.
That's been the question. Do you want the job? Are you willing to accept the job?
That's the real question. That's the question.
Well, because we know they don't want the job.
Yeah.
But are you willing to accept it?
So they have Kellen Moore, Mike Kafka, who is coaching the national team this week at the Senior Bowl, Anthony Weaver, defensive coordinator for the Miami Dolphins, Darren Rizzi, who was the interim coach, and here's where I think the Saints may have painted themselves and fucked themselves badly, is they were thinking that they were bad bitches. And they're like, like Mike McCarthy, he don't got no options right now. So we'll get to him when we get to him. We're going to see what's popping over here with Kellen first. We're going to see, we're going to see what's happening with Cliff. And then if things don't go our way with them, then we going to get to Big Mike last. And reading through the tea leaves, I feel, and I don't know this, and if I knew it, I would say I'd say what I've heard, but I don't. It feels like Mike as his agent is saying, "Fuck y'all,
right?
Y'all doing me like this."
You saw the Justina Anderson report that came out, an extensive report in a tweet.
And I don't think, here's the crazy thing, they haven't really talked. Like the Saints and Mike McCarthy have not really talked.
They've just passed notes through the media.
Right. So I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
It was very specifically worded the way it was put out.
And it feels like, to me, it's like, all right, so you trying to go with Kellen, y'all trying to go with Cliff. If that don't work out, like, it feels like Mike McCarthy, he might be saying, don't try to come back to me. Now maybe he is desperate enough, and because the reports of the thing about like the money and the contract, they haven't talked. They have not talked. They have not talked. It's not money. It's not contract related. So I don't know, man. And I just hope, I don't know. I don't know, bro.
I do wonder if Mike McCarthy's at a stage where he wants a little more control now. He's been, the Green Bay in the Green Bay system. He's been, Jerry Jones's, front man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe
he's at a point where I'm like, look, if I'm gonna take another job, I got to be able to fail on my own.
Maybe I want to Sean Payton it a little bit. Maybe I can Sean Payton a little bit. And if I go to the Saints the way it's currently set up with Mickey Loomis, and that's not how it's ran there.
It's like a Cowboys all over again with a bad roster.
Cowboys and Packers, really.
With a bad roster.
Yeah.
At least they had
I can't even depend on these niggas to do that. And they want me to come and coach there. And they treat me like I'm pussy. Shit. They got me fucked up.
Back when?
They treating me.
Chick said her man said her back shot went state. And they come back.
Buddy back there like this. Keep that nose up.
Flip over, girl. Let's go.
We're done here. Oh my God.
We gotta be dying, bro.
Let's not talk about tweets today. Oh shit. Yeah, shit.
So okay. Anything. Here's what I wish that they did, right? Even if Kellen says, you know what, talk to my wife, ain't the time right now, and I get 100. It's possible, and I haven't heard either way. There's something in me that feels like he's wanted to be a head coach for so long because he thought that when the Mike McCarthy and the Dallas thing happened, how it did, man, he thought that Dallas job was his. Yeah. His, bruh. So like maybe, and
I really wonder why he did that.
I don't know, man.
That's a good question. Mind to Jerry.
It sounds like Jerry started talking to Brian, and then Brian was just, I won't call him Brian Schottenheimer just a smooth talker, but like I guess they just started talking and he just ended up liking, yeah, that was it. Just going by what, what Jane Slater and, had kind of really put out there and that. But
there's another theory out there where they, like, Jerry really thought that he was going to get McCarthy back. Thought he was going to lowball him and McCarthy was just going to comply. So instead of trying to rock the boat completely, because that wasn't the intention, he was just like, well, let me just upgrade. Let me just promote from within. I don't know how much of that I believe. It's a lot of hearsay. We don't know what's going on inside of those rooms when they negotiate like that. But that's a theory that's being floated out there, is that he didn't want to rock the boat too much. So he was like, let me just lob this thing up to Schottenheimer and keep the offense rolling. So
we shall see.
We shall.
But let's say for whatever reason Kellen says no. That would be then 6 coaches telling the Saints no, bro. Almost the double digits, bro.
6 rejections.
Oof. I hope that they reassess, because at that point, then the candidates is literally Rizzy, Weaver, Kafka. That's it, bro. Those 3. Those are the 3 candidates. Can it be someone new? Could it be a Weaver? Could it be a Kafka? Because I'll tell you, watching that national practice this morning, watching Mike Kafka have
it's the thirst is just real, bro.
Bro, I
looking at my Kafka like, man, he's looking kind of sequential.
It's getting hard. Hey, bro. Well, if he ain't doing shit but walking back and forth, folding a piece of paper. Let me fold that paper good. Like, here it goes.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I look like a head coach to me.
Yeah, the way you put that hoodie on. He thirsted in the mud.
I need anything besides Rizzy. God damn it. That's all. That's it.
Somebody hit me up today. I'm not gonna say who. It's somebody well known. He's like, man, I think Rizzy gonna be the guy. Should be the guy. Because it's just gonna be a year like a contract, like 10, 1 year 10.
Antonio Pierce,
that David Culley.
If they hire Rizzy, they running back 2024. They extending Derek Carr. They gonna pay Derek Carr, pushing more money into 2026. How is the job going to look different next year?
It's actually going to look worse.
And
the job less.
And if Mickey's not going anywhere,
what's changing?
If 5 coaches said no to you this offseason, and the big reason has been Mickey, is it magically going to get better next season?
What is it going to take those same 5 coaches to go again next year?
The only way,
right? It's going to end up being the same 5 because Joe Brady.
Cliff
got to tell them no again. Right. I told you. No,
the only way the job looks any way remotely enticing next offseason, if that pick is top 5, top 3, that is it. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't know if our podcast can think a top 5, top.
Can we get that better help?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
I need it.
Oh my god! So we'll see. Maybe Kellen says fuck it. It's my time to shine.
I'm ready.
But can we get some closure, bro? Because this is going on for so long, bro. So long.
It's unbelievable.
Hopefully we'll know somebody in this week.
We feel like we've been saying that every week. Like it's a question everyone asks in the Discord over and over again. Will the Saints have a head coach by the end of the week?
Really don't know. We are the last team.
Yeah.
One of the second team to fire the head coach mid-season.
Mm-hmm. No, the first week of November.
Sitting here with no coach, no staff.
No staff.
Staff is going. That's the thing we got to remember. Whoever comes in, and the staffs are getting picked up right now by other coaches They putting their teams together. Chuck Pagano, we just got hired with the Ravens to
Yep.
run their
Secondary.
Yep. Pete Carroll's about to start putting his staff together. Bears putting their staff together. Bro, Jets putting their staff together. I mean, whew, this is a tough year for it. Like, who's going to be the Saints defensive coordinator? I have no idea. No idea.
Joe Woods.
Joe ass out the goddamn screen.
Ain't enough hats in New Orleans.
Joe wasn't at the Senior Bowl? Like, Joe should be at the Senior Bowl. He shouldn't be out.
It that just goes back to the point of just being here and just seeing. I don't want to overemphasize it, but seeing Mike Tomlin and Arthur Smith be together, watching players, and just like it's like we don't have either one of those right now. We don't have a head coach. We don't got an OC.
And you know what that also tells me? That also tells me that is an organization with a plan. They got the
They love
OC.
to think they're the Steelers.
Oh yeah. It's
Interesting.
funny that was said months ago.
Interesting. All right, let's just get some actual Senior Bowl talk. So Wolf came for the American practice. Me and Donte went for the national practice. So this morning practice. Who kind of caught your eye? Because national team had Jalen Higgins, Ollie Gordon, running back, Oklahoma State, Jaden Higgins, wide receiver, Iowa State, Elijah Arroyo, tight end, Miami, Xavier, is it Retropro? I'm not. Restrepo. There you go. Miami. Just.
I mean, how do you pronounce the tight end's last name?
Arroyo.
Royo, man. To me, I know you tweeted it out. He was the star of that morning practice.
He was.
Route running, his size, the way he moves in and out of his cuts. It didn't matter who was on him. If they had a linebacker, if they put a safety on him, they put a DB on him. It was the same result.
Yes.
Copy and paste. It looked the same. Every person they put on him. And honestly, I told you when we were out there, man, all the Miami dudes look good.
They do.
That receiver from Miami, he showed flashes of someone that could just be a dynamic person in the slot.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had some O-line reps where the Miami players won those reps as well. So overall, I'll give a hats out to all of the Miami players.
Yes.
Another thing that I noticed also, their head coach was here too.
Yep. Manny Diaz.
Yeah, Manny was here. Manny was talking, and Manny was promoting his dudes.
He was
like,
at the end of practice.
Yeah, come interview my guys. Come interview my guys. He got his arms around them. Like, you see that kind of stuff, and that's like, okay.
Yeah.
So he's building something over there.
Yeah.
Building something. So.
And something you said this morning about Arroyo was how he's bigger than Aaron Hernandez.
Yes.
But his movement skills were similar.
Yes.
To that of Aaron Hernandez when he was coming out of Florida.
Yeah. He very much so reminds me of Aaron Hernandez. And if you go back and remember how he was when he came out of Florida, it was almost like the only thing that was stopping him from being a top 10 pick was the character issues.
Yes.
So, and it didn't take him long to gain all-pro status once he got in New England. It was like year 2. Him and Gronk was cooking. They went to 12 personnel.
Yep.
And they was cooking, bro. It was cooking.
This tight end class is so deep.
Yeah. Really is.
So deep. But
with over 5 million happy players and $2 billion won, Underdog makes it fun and easy to cash in on all your favorite athletes' performances. Underdog is the only picking platform that puts the power to cash out in your hands. Now you can either keep riding with your entry or tap the Win Now button to cash out whenever you want. Every dog deserves a second chance, and with Underdog Rescues, you can get your money back and receive a promo if an early injury causes your entry to lose. With Underdog's double flex option, you can even take 2 L's and turn them into dubs. I love Underdog Fantasy. This week, I'm looking at the Saints versus Tampa Bay Bucks and picking Foster Moreau for higher than 3 catches and Baker Mayfield for lower than 4 touchdowns. Underdog is the best place to play Pick'em. Download the app, sign up with promo code BLOCKPARTY, and deposit now to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. That's promo code BLOCKPARTY to get $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. Must be 18 years or older, 19 years or older in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 years or older in Colorado or for some games, 21 years older in Massachusetts and Arizona, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Void in Colorado for some games. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342. In New York, call 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY to 867369.
The way that Royal moves.
You're a startup founder. Finding product market fit is probably your number one priority. But to land bigger customers, you also need security compliance. Obtaining your SOC 2 or ISO 27001 certification can open those big doors, but they take time and energy, pulling you away from building and shipping. That's where Vanta comes in. Vanta is the all-in-one compliance solution helping startups get audit ready and build a strong security foundation quickly and painlessly. Vanta automates the manual security tasks that slow you down, helping you streamline your audit. The platform connects you with trusted experts to build your program, auditors to get you through audits quickly, and a marketplace for essentials like pen testing. So whether you're closing your first deal or gearing up for growth, Vanta makes compliance easy. Join over 8,000 companies, including Y Combinator and Techstar startups who trust Vanta. For a limited time, get $1,000 off Vanta at vanta.com/simplify. That's VANTA.com/simplify for $1,000 off.
And I tweet this, but Arroyo moves like how people describe how Tyler Warren moves. That, like the way that people talk about Tyler Warren as a tight end prospect of how he moves, like that's how like Arroyo actually moves. I don't know if that makes any sense. In terms of, and we'll see how he does week, day 2, day 3, and then obviously how he tests the combine. But the tape matches what, like if you go watch him, like he had a great season at Miami. He looks very like top of round 2-ish. But I'm give you a team right now, bro. See that game right now, that AFC Championship game? There's a tight end that might retire if they win a Super Bowl, bro. Come on.
I thought he was about to say Buffalo.
No, they got Dalton Kincaid, bro. But I'm just saying, like,
But yeah,
You could just see them picking at 30.
it's like, of course, replace. It'd be just a cycle.
It just came to me just like it makes so much sense, bro. I don't know if he would go that high, but like his fluidity at his size is insane.
I'm curious to see how Taylor does tomorrow. I know we haven't started talking about the national practice yet. The energy was so, it was so down in that second practice. I know Wolf wasn't
American practice.
Yeah. I know Wolf wasn't there for the first one to do the comparisons. I mean, it was just flat. But nobody really, in my opinion, flashed in that second practice.
No, man.
So
Yeah, it was very.
It felt like a.
I couldn't compare it to the first one.
Like the first one was and like Donte was right on the money. It was the music. The national practice in the morning time had music. It was upbeat, blah blah. That the afternoon practice, it felt stale. I know some, and I know someone's going to draft Jaden Higgins. He'll probably go maybe round 2, round 3. Jaden Higgins reminds me a lot of how maybe Keon Coleman is going to struggle or at least initially in the league.
It's a great comparison because you watch him on tape, he's inconsistent.
Yes.
You watch him today, he's inconsistent.
Yes.
You see those highs are high. Like he's running against air.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like a gazelle out
Yeah.
there. But then he goes up against a DB that gives him just the slightest amount of press.
Mm-hmm. It is. There was a player this morning, 101's Michigan. I want to say it's a Stewart.
Talking about the defensive end.
Mm-hmm. He was on Josiah Stewart, Michigan defensive end. Couldn't be blocked in 101s.
They couldn't.
Speaking of edge rushers, a player who has and again, this is only day one, but I didn't watch enough tape or film of him to have an opinion of him, but Mike Green, edge rusher, struggled mightily.
And it's not surprising.
Marshall, right?
Yeah, Marshall. He's a smaller guy. I can't remember what his weight was, but he weighed in, and I was like, smaller.
Was it 250?
I think it's 250.
Yeah.
Smaller edge rusher. Look, I mean, you watch his tape, he has some dominant against lower competition.
Yeah.
But you want to see him dominant.
Right.
But I just saw overall, and I don't know if that was just because it's day one. I just feel like overall the offensive line dominated all the edges.
A lot of them.
They did.
It was just dominant, man.
Stewart from Michigan this morning, he was stellar. And then, was it this morning? Yeah, in team drill, the first 2 plays, Virginia Tech's defensive tackle, Peoples, there was 2 run plays, and he blew them up, dominated them. But there were some, what was it? It was USC. I wish I wrote it down. USC 70, but it was 2 linemen in the one this morning. It was USC 70 and the Texas Tech. Tony Pauline, our guy, tweeted it out. Caleb should have wrote this down before starting this podcast. The Saints can add some. They need depth. They need depth at the offensive line position. Let me look at that.
Rogers?
Yes. Caleb Rogers looked really good in 101s. Didn't really get beat in any of I think he got beat maybe once. And like Tony Pauline said, can play guard, can play center. Looked really good. And then who was on USC? Do you have it up? For the national team, offensive lineman.
Jonah Meinheim.
What number is he?
70.
Yeah. He was a rock inside. Just a rock inside in 101s this morning as well. Everyone's talking about old dude. This guy, Gary Zelbel. We didn't get a chance to watch much of him at all.
I think in that particular rep that they're showing, we were trying to make our way down to the field anyway. So
Gotcha.
That's when they did the one-on-one drills, Oklahoma drills,
yeah.
et cetera. So we were trying to make our way down to the field, but
oh, okay. Yeah.
So I mean, look, I'm excited for what day 2 brings. It's just day 1. We're not gonna overreact. Like I said, I feel like the energy was low for the second practice. Hopefully we get a little more consistency. If it's not gonna be music, let's not have music at both practices and just see how it works from there. But
I'll sorry, but I don't want to forget talking about the quarterbacks, Jalen Monroe.
I was about to say it. Man, Dark was spinning and Jalen Milroe Buyer beware.
somebody gonna lose a job, drop them no, bro.
Yeah.
Like, listen, and this is coming from someone who thought very highly of him, but the way he ended the season, those last
Yeah.
4 to 5 games, and then seeing him in this ooh, bruh.
Looks like he's picking up where he left off.
Yeah,
man.
man.
And that's not a good thing.
Mm-mm.
Now, shout out to Wolf because he posted the interview yesterday.
Yeah,
He gonna
the presser.
He gonna wow you verbally. Yep. He will get an organization to be like, oh, good young man, I like him. But that report about his hand size and then his performance today,
And the
nasty
thing,
work.
Yeah, and the thing is, I don't want to overreact too much on a day one because
Same.
the quarterbacks can improve throughout this week. A lot of them all learning new offenses and stuff.
Right.
But man, it's just like this week is so important for him because everybody want him to succeed.
That's the thing. That's the
They
thing.
really do.
They want him to show me.
Yes.
Because the athleticism is there. We know you're an athlete. You know what I'm saying? We know in the right program we could do something special, but you gotta become a better passer. You gotta become a better decision maker. And I mean we'll see. And with Dart, it's the same thing. Dart is going into a pro they're teaching pro style offense up in here. I thought his command looked good.
Yeah.
Just watching him. Some of his balls were inaccurate, but you could see the talent. You can see the tools, the arm, the movement, and he looks like a quarterback.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that means, but
Which is funny because I remember last time we were at the Senior Bowl, we said the same thing about Kenny Pickett.
so it is. Take it for what it is.
It's interesting too. Milroe plays, if this makes sense. Milroe plays bigger than he looks.
Yes.
Seeing him live and up close on the field, you would think he's like 6'4", 220 plus, but no,
He's not.
He's all of like 6'1.5", 6'2".
Yeah.
Surprisingly, Dart looks bigger.
He does.
Which was crazy. Dart looks bigger, and
He
Dart,
did look bigger.
he's got some mobility. The other quarterback, Notre Dame quarterback,
Dylan Gabriel.
He struggled as well. No, that's
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Riley Leonard.
Yeah, he struggled a little bit as well, throwing the ball in drills today. I know they used him heavily in the run game in the national championship game. That first drive. Yeah. And that first drive, I think he had like 11 rush attempts in the first opening drive of the national championship game. So you could see the athleticism that he possesses, but again, can you spin it? Can you throw the football?
Right.
Clearly, the best arm talent we saw today was Dart.
It's not
even a question.
not even close.
So,
And
we'll see what day 2 and 3 bring.
And the thing with the Dart thing, and I become if you are SBP Patreon, I swear you will keep knowledge. The Dart thing, I was told 2.5 weeks ago, like he could have a Bo Nix type of rise. When you think, but Bo Nix went 10th overall. Was told this 2 weeks ago. Yeah, about 3 weeks ago. All of a sudden, everywhere, bro.
Buzz building up.
Everyone. And from, again, y'all listen to this because you were Saints fans. If Dart finds himself going top 10, higher than where the Saints are picking, whether that's him going to the Giants, because I think the Giants are doing their heavy due diligence in Jackson Dart, or whether another team might trade up for him. I have a theory. I have a theory that Mike Tomlin and Arthur Smith came here wanting to see Jalen Milroe. Potentially, we'll take him where we, picking in the 20s, we'll take him up, blah. see Jalen Mills, you see the other quarterback, you like, that could be our guy. Our guy. But if that's our guy, that means we gotta go get our guy. Because they in the 20s.
I do wonder if the Kenny Pickett experience scares them a little bit.
But wouldn't that even be more of a reason why you come down here to see you turn over every stone to make sure you've done your due diligence?
They watch Kenny Pickett.
Just sure were, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Watching Kenny Pickett.
Yep.
So it's like, I don't know.
I don't know either.
But I just feel, I think the Dart thing, I think he goes somewhere in the top 8. Whether the team's going to trade up for him, Steelers, Rams, I don't know. Or where are the Giants picking? They're picking
Giants are 3rd.
Oh, are they picking 3?
Yeah, they're 3rd.
Wouldn't be crazy if all, the Cam Ward, the
3 picks being quarterback. That's what you about to say?
No, I was saying he might be the first one off the board.
Talk about crazy. Talk about.
Well, okay, so you got the Titans picking 1. I don't think the Titans pick a quarterback. I just have a feeling they
feel it too.
So then it's the Browns, right? Okay, so I don't think so I think the Browns would probably pick a quarterback, and then so let's say the Giants pick Dart, and then the Browns took Ward.
That's what I'm saying. Now, if could Dart go before Shador?
Yes,
absolutely.
I can see.
Yes,
I can see that.
Without the internet up,
without question. Without question,
especially from what I saw today, and just knowing what he brings to the table. If you watched his tape in the past, like he can do it he's a dual threat option. He literally can run the ball and he can throw the ball. So
from a Saints perspective, and then let's say Shador went to like the Raiders, okay, right? Man, I don't know. That Shador and Pete Carroll fit feels weird. I don't know that.
You don't think so?
That don't.
Shador, Tom Brady.
I don't know. I'm just saying that's a place safe. Okay. You have then a player going in the top 10 that no one pretty much expected going. A quarterback going in the top 10 that no one expected going top 10. As a Saints fan and organization, you have to be over the moon.
Hell yeah.
Because then that's pushing somebody is getting pushed down.
Mason Graham,
Will Johnson, Ted,
Will Campbell, all those guys.
Why you just gotta say Will Campbell? Oh my God. Can't do O-line. Can't do O-line. I can't do it. Can't do it, bro. Here's a question. Here's an interesting question, just for shits and giggles. I know how I would feel, but what if Shador's there?
I didn't talk about that.
Because it's possible.
What if he's there or not?
I wonder what Prime would say.
Well, okay.
I don't give 2 shits what Prime say. I'm asking.
I know the answer, but if you got Shador and Genty there at 9, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm taking Genty and I'm not even thinking about it. Oh, no, okay. Let me walk that back.
Okay.
I'm usually not a trade back guy, but I would try to use the NFL's thirst against them, hoping someone would want to trade up.
Specifically, the Dallas Cowboys.
Somebody.
Because I could definitely see the narrative being spun. Jerry want to get Deion's son there to possibly get Deion away in a couple of years. Or you bring Genty home.
Either one.
They would, and they're right behind us. So what capital could you garner by having them move up one spot?
Dallas is at 12, so they're 3 spots behind.
So they're 3 spots behind.
Yeah.
So you're getting 12 and what? Second?
Would you get a second though?
Maybe a third.
Probably
maybe?
like a third. So then you would have 3 threes.
Now you got 3 threes.
It's a good draft to have 3s.
It is.
I would do it in a heartbeat.
It is.
I would do it in a heartbeat. I would even call them and ask them if they want.
That's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't even wait for them to call.
Shador's there at 9.
What you doing, Wolf?
Hey, Because there are things I like. There are problems I have with Shador, but there are things that I like about him. It's just, ooh, he's spicy. I mean, 9. Just, some of the traits, bro. Like
What?
nothing
It's special, bro.
He's not juicy.
No,
Not that quarterback.
no.
Yeah, I would try to trade back.
And the funny thing is, I don't think the Saints would evaluate him highly on their board.
I don't either.
Yeah, I don't think he's in their cloud, so to speak.
Mm-mm.
Especially considering
Like last year, they were trying to get Penix. They were trying to trade for Michael Penix. You go then.
no.
No.
I don't think he'd make the prototype.
Mm-mm.
So you trade him back.
Yeah.
Hey, here's my thing we should do.
Just take Jake.
Like, I could see if he was like twitchy. But he's not even
No,
twitchy.
bruh.
You know what I'm saying?
Or-
Daniel Jeremiah said the best. He's actually an overachiever. Like, even though he's like so hyped, he has the Sanders last name, da 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 da.
Mhm.
He's an overachiever type quarterback. Like
Mhm.
you can see going the second or third round.
Yeah.
Yes.
That built himself up into being like a real, a good player. He's been a good, good prolific player
For sure.
in the college game. But man,
You know the one thing that I don't think people talk enough about him, like he's clutch.
he is.
Yes. He
He's
is.
tough.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
super clutch.
Bricks.
Yes.
And that's to me that's an intangible.
It is. It
So,
absolutely is.
So it's one of those things where it's like, do you what organization values that trait and could say, yeah, bring him here. That's
'Cause
why I
like-
feel like the Raiders.
Because hilariously, you go watch some of Dark, late in games.
Yeah.
Oh.
Opposite of clutch.
Yes.
Exactly. His brain's
Exactly.
cramping up.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Big time, bro.
Where
Big time.
we've literally seen Shador throw a touchdown pass with zeros on the clock.
Yeah.
Fourth down, scrambling dots. And he's hitting somebody, a game-winning touchdown.
Yeah.
Like, we've seen that from him. So that's why I'm like, it's all about who's picking there. Who's picking at that spot and that values that particular trait in Shador. I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it, bro.
I said all that to say I wouldn't do it.
Nah,
I'm
bro.
passing.
I'm passing, but wish him the
Trade
best.
back.
Yeah, wish him the best. I wouldn't.
One player, going back to the morning practice before I forget, that I thought he stood out a lot was Tez Johnson, wide receiver, Oregon. Super, his frame is very diminutive. What was his senior? Okay, so the comp I made to Donte was he's not as tall as this player, but just frame wise, he reminds me a bit of Devonta Smith, Alabama, now on the Philadelphia Eagles. Devonta Smith went 11, right? He went 11 after winning the Heisman, had an insane season for Alabama that year. And I'm not saying that Tez Johnson is going to be that, but frame aside, he just couldn't be covered. Today, and I think he's going to probably, we'll see what happens, but probably going to be a third, fourth. There's going to be someone that could be like, I could do something with this. Frame aside, there's some team that will find that trait to be useful. Fucking Tutu Atwell got drafted in the second round or something. I'm not tripping. Yeah, Tutu Atwell got drafted in the second round. So, Tez Johnson will have a place in the league.
I'm trying to think. This kid, RJ Harvey, he caught my eye today. Just running routes out the backfield, running back, just juicy. You know what I'm saying? He shifty catching the ball. He's good running the ball. He's thick. I watched some of his tape last night. It impressed me. And I made kind of a mark to watch him. So I just want to watch him through the rest of these practices to see how he does. But he caught my eye today. Ty Felton out of Maryland. There's some things I like about him. Plays bigger than he is. I mean, he's like 6 feet, maybe closer to 6'1". But he plays big and kind of a get downfield, kind of tough. Reminds me of MVS a little bit. Just the way he plays. Trying to see what else stood out. I was disappointed in Devion Walker because Devion Walker.
yeah.
Devion Walker out of
Kentucky.
Kentucky. 6'7", 340. I'm like, oh man, I gotta see this. This dude just didn't.
Big for nothing, bro.
He didn't look well put together.
Nah, wasn't a specimen. Like you would think a 6'7".
Right.
I feel gross talking like that.
Yeah,
too,
I
man.
mean,
like look at us.
Like, big fat ass. I ain't get no NFL check either.
But my back time, my shoes. I'm talking about this 6'7". Okay, he wasn't. It's funny because like I feel like despite what we saw today, he'll go to the combine, light it up, and right back in somebody's
Oh
conversation.
yeah, just from size, bro. Size
Yes.
and, you just can't buy that size anyway.
White slave owner said, "What?
This motherfucker.
Niggas." Anything else? Anything else from? See, I feel like it's funny. I know like a lot of our attention have been like on offensive players because like we starving.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Like people are like, oh, but what about the defensive player? Blah, blah.
safety. I didn't look CBs at all. I used to like watching the cornerbacks, but I didn't watch them at all.
None of them really stood out.
Stood out to you.
I mean, like to me, I just feel like in this draft, it's Will Johnson and everybody else. Like I
And Travis Hunter.
well, yes, and Travis Hunter. Like I look at Will Johnson and I just fall in love with his tape, but
Yeah.
I don't really see
So good.
anybody else that is holding a match to him.
Not. I do like the He's not here. The Texas corner.
Oh boy.
Is it Barron? No. And then the Texas safety who was going to be here, Andrew, he was going to be here, but he's a safety that I think that I know Ireland. I just know what Jeff Ireland likes in secondary players, bro. Once you've had a person be your personnel, if you know us, you support us, you know Jay and our project it's coming up when the combine numbers come up and pro days are coming up, so we're gonna start jumping on that project. We're gonna include hand size and arm length to the project, so we're going back and adding that for all past historical, going back to 2006 and then current, so this year's draft class as well. Like once you know kind of how people, what their trends are, it's like kind of easy to like identify players that like you'd be like, oh yeah, this so like the Texas safety like strikes me as like a Jeff Ireland player. Dan Jackson from Georgia strikes me as like a Jeff Ireland type of safety. Maybe like a round 4, round 5 type of like pick or something like that. We tried to talk to him today. We weren't able to. We did get to speak to Mason Taylor, tight end LSU. That's Patreon only, so it'll be up on Patreon and YouTube members. We tried to upload it earlier. Terrible Wi-Fi in my hotel, so I'm going to try to upload it at this hotel, so it'll be up for Patreons. But no, that's pretty much it from Senior Bowl day 1.
Was the Texas tight end there?
Oh, Gunnar Helm. You know what?
Was he there? Was he on your show? I don't recall seeing him at the first practice. Yeah, I did. And if he was at the first practice,
He may have pulled out.
Well, he's not on.
he's not on.
Okay, so he pulled out. Yeah.
I really want to put out somebody just
I think the two players that it's early, right? And we'll see what happens day 2, day 3. 'Cause I leave day 4 practice. But I think the two players that early kind of going on have the big potential to make the most money is here right now is Jackson Dart and Elijah Arroyo. Like I think Elijah Arroyo.
I think he made a lot of money.
I think he.
I keep seeing that clip everywhere. That little clip where he
Bro,
jerker.
Was you there when bro? Literally, everyone let out a audible.
He was over there with the offensive skill player, and I was watching the lineman.
Oh, that's right.
And I heard
Yeah, bro. It was nasty.
The whole stadium.
And that clip, I'm gonna tell you right now, the clip it does not do it justice, because you see it, but like seeing it was a lot more fluid seeing it than the clip shows it to be, because it is. And then there's another one that they haven't been showing where he makes a long touchdown catch in one-on-ones, and it was like kind of a streaky. So that's the one that for sure tomorrow during the media scrum. Hey, you played in Miami, you already got that humidity. Shit, you already used to it. But yeah, I think Arroyo's made him some money, and Dart's made him some money. Even if he doesn't go top 10, but I think he does go top 10. I think he for sure is a solid first rounder at this point.
Definitely a locked first round. It's just how high he'll go.
Yeah.
But Wolf said it earlier. Thirst. When you are thirsty like that, and you have a prospect that's down the stretch now screaming up the boards, somebody gonna look at him and be like, I need it. And I could see it. I could see him easily being a top 5 pick. It wouldn't shock me at all if he's a top 5 pick. We'll see.
Well, we will be there when it happens for the SBP draft meetup for Patreons only. In April, Patreons only, YouTube members only. Make sure you're patreon.com/Black Party. We didn't do a live stream. We didn't want to mess around with that just in case the internet connection at the hotel went down. So we're doing video, audio. We're posting it old school, regular podcast format. But we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We'll be back tomorrow recapping day 2. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. With that, we are out.
Peace.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.